Hi, and welcome back to the I'm Bringing Healthy Back podcast. I'm Rachel. Thank you so much for being here today. Today we are talking about how to rebound after indulging over the holidays. And this may or may not be exactly what you expected it to be, because my first thing is to not regret whatever we ate, whatever we drank over the past week or so. All right, I hope you enjoyed some really good food, some really delicious drinks, and had some good memories with loved ones. And to add on to that, it's in the past and we can't change it, so there's no use spending energy regretting it. Next up, we're not going to take any drastic measures to make up for what happened over the past couple of weeks. We tend to want extreme change after extended or exaggerated overindulgences, and those tend to not be sustainable. We often don't have a strong enough why. We don't have a strong enough reason why we make such extreme changes. So we're not going to do any cleanses. We're not going to do any fasts. We're not going to do any diets. And this conflicts with what a lot of people are going to be doing going into the new year. And if we didn't have holidays right before the new year, do you think there would be such a strong desire for people to go on diets and finally reach those body or weight goals? So just keep that in mind. Would you have the same desire to make such extreme changes if you hadn't just eaten a lot of rich, indulgent foods? Should you keep or toss your leftovers? If you hosted or if you were sent home with food from whoever hosted your holiday events, if you genuinely don't want to eat them, you can freeze them, you can share them with someone else, or you can just toss them. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your leftovers, and it's just everything in moderation. Are your leftovers just cookies and you're going to be eating a platter of cookies for lunch? I don't think that's the healthiest choice any time of year. But if you feel like you can't control yourself around food, that may be a sign of more mindset work, perspective to work on. Is the food the problem, or is my mentality about the food the problem? I think one of the best things that we can do after a time of holidays and eating a lot of delicious food is getting back to your normal routine, your normal way of eating, your normal exercise routine, but make sure you're eating and moving in ways that make you feel good. We're not punishing ourselves. We are taking care of our bodies. And if you don't have a routine that you see as healthy, a routine that is sustainable, you're not sure how to eat or move in a healthy way, now's the time to think about and decide what you want. What kind of lifestyle do you want? Not your dream body. You can absolutely think about that, but what is sustainable for you? Why do you want that? And how to sustainably get there? And that's a whole nother topic. It's going to be individual to you, but a couple of things that are foundational are eating a lot of whole foods, meats, fruits, veggies, whole grains, less eating out, more cooking for yourself at home, lots of water, and fewer sugary drinks, fewer sugary sweets. Desserts, I eat dessert every day, so that's not inherently bad, but focus on nutrient-dense foods. And finally, remember that 1 or 2 weeks of indulging is not going to ruin you. It hasn't ruined your body, it hasn't ruined your progress. It's what you do most of the time that matters. So how do you normally eat? How do you normally exercise? If you get back to that, your body is going to fall back into where it was. And again, if you don't have a diet or exercise routine that you're happy with, that you know is healthy and good for you, now's the time to really reflect on that. And like I said, what do you really want? What's a lifestyle you can sustain, and how can you sustainably get there? And keep up with it, because again, if you go back to cleanses and fasts and diets, they're all temporary. What's going to happen when you finish? What's going to happen after the end of that fast, that cleanse, that diet? There's going to be a lot of pressure in the new year for making drastic changes, and I want you to know that you don't have to fall into those. You don't have to hop on those bandwagons, and be honest with yourself about what's good for you, what's not, what's sustainable for you, and what's not. It may mean making sacrifices. It may mean making changes that aren't comfortable to you to begin with, but think long term more than what can I achieve by the end of January. You can achieve a lot by the end of January, but where do you want to be in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, Your health is very important. So we're not making any drastic changes. We're not going to have any regrets about what happened over the holidays. All we can do now is walk forward. Be sure to like this video if you're watching on YouTube and you found value from it. Leave a comment if you have something to say. Subscribe for more content from me, and I will see you guys in the next video.